Hello everybody and welcome to Pokemon Puzzle League for the Nintendo 64.
Yay!
I'm specifically recording it on my Wii for the Virtual Console. So let's watch the intro.
Hi, Professor Oak.
Hello, Ash. I have an important message for you. They are starting an official Puzzle League tournament, and you are selected as one of the challengers.
Because
I don't know if it's ever going to last beyond Generation 1, though.
Such an honor.
And hey, Professor, how come they didn't just tell me themselves? Why did they have to tell it you?
Well, it's incredibly vague and kind of obscure. Like I said, it's a new thing.
Huh?
Pokemon Puzzle League Village.
Are you ready for another new challenge? Pikachu!
And yeah,
the funny thing is that the Pokémon tournament kind of takes the same approach, just not taking inspiration from the anime.
Anyway, for those who don't know what Pokemon Puzzle League is, okay, for those who don't know, much like Sega has Puyo-Puyo, Nintendo has Panel de Pon. What is Panel de Pon? It's a puzzle. It's a block puzzle series in Japan, which much like Puyo-Puyo has a lot of Japanese stuff to it, like anime goes and stuff like that. And much like what they did back in the Mega Drive days, with replaced everything with Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog characters for Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. This is basically Nintendo's equivalent of that, where they took everything out and made it a Pokemon puzzle game. And it's not based on the games, surprisingly, even though Nintendo made it. It's actually based on the actual anime. Not only did they bring in OLM to bring in their art and animation to make the cutscenes, but even the voice actors, including 4Kids themselves, for the localized version, came to voice the characters as they usually did back in the day. So yeah.
Blocks is switched by pushing either the A button or B button.
But-
That's all there is to switching blocks.
Well-
Simple, eh?
By all means, Professor, teach us how to play Panel de Pon.
Switching a block with an empty space can cause higher blocks to drop.
Gravity, bitch.
Blocks are cleared by putting 3 of the same color, either horizontally or vertically. That's either straight or up. Watch as I continue clearing blocks from the playfield. Basically, I'm imitating 4Kids' style. You know, their weird talking and their pointing out the obvious.
Let's hope that this time we don't kill any Pokemon or have questionable applications like in Pokemon Snap.
Don't worry, Teo. The plot of this game is incredibly minimal.
The playfield is nearly clear. The entire stack can be raised by pushing either the L button.
There is a plot twist at the end, but it's not really all that. It doesn't really amount to much anyway. So
Don't
Okay.
raise it too high. Once the blocks reach the ceiling, the game is over.
as is usually the case with these types of games.
Now that you know the basics, we can learn more advanced techniques, combos, and chains. Because of their difficulty, combos and chains will score you higher points.
So yeah, much like in Puyo-Puyo, clearing various chains of blocks at once will get you a lot of points, and it will further accumulate and drop garbage on the other players. So yeah, it's pretty much very similar to the concept of Puyo-Puyo, but instead you're just moving blocks all across the thing instead of just placing beans, or as Dr. Robotnik's Machine calls them.
A 6-block combo. Fantastic!
Way to go!
A 10-block combo.
That's not annoying in the slightest.
Don't wor-
Next, I will make a chain. A chain is created when you clear multiple groups of 3 or more blocks. One group right after.
Also, Jova, don't worry. All of Ash's lines in this game are fully voiced, so you don't need to be.
I know. It's fun.
This is an example of a 2-chain.
A 2-chain, very well.
Hey, at least he's not as big a dick as in Snap. And now, a difficult 3-chain. You gain a great deal of points, creating long chains like this.
Well, he's just speaking tutorial ease, so it's not like he has much room for being a
This
dickhead.
chain is so-so. Discarded. Go the fuck away.
Next time, I will teach you more gameplay techniques. Farewell for now.
Farewell for now, indeed. Alright, so, sure.
Get out!
Might as well finish all the basics.
Welcome to my lab, again. Are you ready to learn some more gameplay techniques? Good. These techniques are tricky, so watch carefully.
Alright.
In order to make a chain, you have to think ahead. Watch carefully. If this block is moved, it will make a chain when the other blocks drop.
So yeah, making chains is all about having quick reaction, like of course, obviously, not always. Obviously, there can be chains based on blocks that are already placed. However, it's always good to have quick reactions to notice, oh, there's a block that I could possibly fuse. So not only do you have to make a lot of eye coordination, but you also have to be very quick with your reactions to play Panel de Pon.
A 2 chain is formed. Next, we'll move this block. You see? A 3 chain. Continuing to arrange the blocks in this manner results in longer and longer chains. This type of chain is known as a skill chain.
You know what's interesting? Even though Sega eventually finally came back... Okay, actually, never mind. We'll just actually start localizing the actual proper Puyo-Puyo stuff. But Nintendo has never...
To go rest his delight.
Yeah, mine as well, because I usually don't really care much for completely changing the product beyond recognition. But yeah, Nintendo, as far as I can tell, never actually bothered to put in Panel de Pon unchanged in the West. But
Yeah.
And Sega proved you can do Tetris on PS4.
actually, that's more like a job at Ubisoft more rather than...
I know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Basically, Sonic Team basically said, no, Ubisoft, this is how you do Tetris on modern gen.
This is how
I know,
we
right?
do it.
So there you go. That's basically the gist with chains.
Finally, I want to teach you about the stop. Throughout the game, the stack will rise and more blocks will come, forcing you to work quickly. By making combos and
chains.
You can stop the blocks from coming and buy more
Time.
Watch the playfield for a demonstration. Notice that the stack does not rise while you make combos and, like this auto cue, chains.
So yeah, one of the best ways to try to survive as much as you can is try to do as combos and chains so you can keep the stack from rising and just keep doing it as fast as you can.
Yeah, seriously, who's in charge of the auto cue here? Hey, you! You auto cue guy! What do you think you're doing?
Actually, this is scripted, so for the most part.
Says, I'm reading off the auto cue here. You will also hear the Jigglypuff sing.
There you go. That's the sound that you did it right. Yeah, Jigglypuff.
Guys, I think
What?
the professor's fallen asleep.
Oh
Well,
well.
wake him up, Libs.
Fantastic work! Looks like this lesson has come to a painful end. Ow! You now know more about the advanced techniques needed to insert my tooth back into my gums and become a puzzle master.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to become puzzle masters.
I will teach you about the versus mode. Farewell for now. Good luck.
As we all know, there is only one puzzle master, Mr. Akira Tago. Anyway, let's check out how 3D works.
Greetings. There is one final aspect of the game to teach you.
So, yeah, if you probably wondered, what would Panel de Pon be if it was in 3D?
Now we add a third dimension to truly challenge you.
It's Panel de Pon in 3D!
This 3D mode features a playfield in the form of a cylinder. That's a 3D circle. The stacked blocks move along the cylinder's outer surface.
So yeah, thanks to the 3 dimensions, there's actually much more blocks than in 2D, so there's a lot more room and potential for a lot of bigger chains and combos. So take full advantage of the 3D, especially, it's actually quite much better than playing in 2D. If you ask me, I have a lot more room to work with. The problem is that the game is scripted in a way where the main campaign can only be done in 2D, sadly.
Oh.
The blocks move up and down in the same manner as before. You simply move the cursor with the plus control pad. And switch the blocks with the A button or B button, as before. The same rules of play apply in both 2D and 3D, only now the playfield wraps around.
Thank you, Professor.
Observe the game in action. You see, it's just like before, only now we've added... Oh no! Watch out!
Well, shit.
Obviously, there's also a downside to it. You also have to mine any blocks that you might have forgotten somewhere in the field that might be about to rise.
You now have to remember blocks around. If any blocks reach the top of the screen, the game is over. As before, be sure not to let the stack become too high.
Exactly.
Now there are a lot more blocks to think about.
Indeed.
However, a true puzzle master will use this to their advantage.
True.
More blocks mean more combos and chains to create. Hey, shut up, Pikachu, I'm talking here. A 3D playfield is available in Versus mode as well. Stop with the music! Excellent! We have reached the end of my final lesson.
Thanks, Professor. Alright, so now that everybody's gotten a big how to play on...
Hey, I'm still talking here! Remember, if you need to review these words of wisdom, simply select How to Play from the Select menu. Best of luck to you. Farewell.
Alright, so now that everybody knows how Panel de Pon works, let's actually get into the meat of it. Whatever, let's just do it as a guest, who cares. Puzzle League begins. Alright. Well, it looks as if you've made it after all. Only true Pokémon trainers are allowed to compete in the Pokémon Puzzle League, apparently.
Roll credits.
Let's see what you are made of. I challenge you, Ash Ketchum.
To a children's card game. Oh, wait.
No, to a children's puzzle game, too.
Hey, Jovi, you there?
We cure furry animals.
Oh, good. I thought you'd muted too long again.
Anyway, yeah. So, basically, it's pretty much like you'd expect. It's basically a succession of doing various... the entire tournament where we challenge people to children's puzzle games.
I like how they had a remix of that theme from the first Pokemon movie.
Oh yeah.
What's that track called?
Thanks for bringing me that up. As of right now, we're only listening to an actual track from the anime itself. The movie will come shortly after. Hold on. But yeah, like Jova just hinted at, this much like the visuals and voices, the soundtrack is also remixes of themes from the anime and some of the movies. And I'm a big fan of Shinji Miyazaki's work on the Pokemon anime, so I'm definitely glad to have this on a Pokemon game.
Yeah, I always wonder what was the name of that track that plays during the part where they're all going off to the storm.
I forgot.
Yeah, I'm a Pokemon master because I use puzzles.
Well, you were just lucky. Next time I won't go easy on you.
Well, at least he gave us a congratulations.
Alright, you can be Brock.
Hi, Ash. It's too good to see you again. It looks like I will be your first official battle.
But I thought Gary was my first official battle.
I hold the Boulder Badge. If you defeat me, then I will give it to you. Have you heard anything about the Puzzle Master? I heard no one has ever defeated.
Foreshadowing!
Oh well, I don't care because I'm just so low level. Are you ready? Let's go.
I love how that line about the puzzle master was so completely out of nowhere, just because the writers... I get the feeling the writers had no idea how to foreshadow the puzzle master, so they just had Brock randomly bring it up out of nowhere. But yeah, and now we're listening to...
I'm on my way to
the Viridian City. Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite tracks, so awesome. I don't see why they chose it specifically for Brock, but I mean, I think the choice they did for Misty's theme is much more clever, fortunately.
Well, the song's not called "I'm on my way to Pewter City."
True. Fortunately, the music that they did choose for Misty right after this is a much more clever choice.
And they in the games, Viridian and Pewter both share the same music track.
Since I'm playing on easy mode, obviously it's very easy. So don't worry. And well, actually, technically, I'm actually much better at Puyo-Puyo than I'm at Panel de Pon, so I actually asked my brother to help me record this. He's the one who's actually playing. Oh, so yeah, Boulder Badge, blah, 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 blah. Alright, Jova, you can be Misty.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Ash! I am happy to see you. My water Pokemon are sure to help me win Pokemon Puzzle League.
Sure.
I have the Cascade Badge. If you really want it, then you'll have to beat me. Are you ready?
Misty.
And if you lose, you're forbidden from going anywhere until you beat my new break.
Misty, if you want to win the Pokemon Puzzle League, why are you bothering to challenge Ash for a match if it doesn't have any badges?
But he has
That's
one
why.
now.
I guess, but I mean, Misty could just challenge Brock and beat him easily because she's got the type advantage. Anyway,
Or does this mean that the badges are held by people who have earned their
Remember,
badges?
this is
Does
the
that mean that
Puzzle
there are
League,
also
Peter.
puzzle gym leaders? I'm guessing since they gave them the badges.
Besides, Pedro, implying that the anime actually cares about type advantage.
True.
Remember,
Anyway,
the animator at one point said that water types were weak against fire types.
like I was saying earlier, this is actually a much more clever choice of music because this is Come and Try and Catch Me from the movie, which actually played during that race between Meryl and Squirtle in the Pokemon in the first Pikachu short. And since it was a water race, it kind of does make sense that they would use this as Misty's theme. So that's actually fine.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Yay.
All right, go ahead, Whips.
Well, what do we have?
No, I have to be a bit more gruff with the voice, because remember, that's how his voice was.
Isn't
baby? Hey, baby.
There you go.
Do you think you have the courage to try and take my Thunder Badge?
Isn't Serge supposed to be like a stereotypical American military guy?
Basically,
Well, a
yeah.
baby like you can't defeat me. I'll put this baby to rest. Then I will challenge the Puzzle Master. Ready when you are.
Hey, baby, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I guess we'll go with Bulbasaur. Alright.
Are plant types really good against electric types?
Well, the thing is, electrical attacks are not very effective against grass types, so I kind of went with that. Anyway, let's go. I mean, technically, I guess you can argue that they're... it's just the best choice that I could come up with in terms of, like, this. Remember, this is Ash we're talking about, the guy who catches Pokemon and then just gives them away to random people, so...
That scene in season 5, well, not season 5, sorry, in the seasons about Black and White, where he pretty much he has brain farts all the fucking way. Those scenes are so fucking painful.
Well, it's black and white. What isn't painful?
Fun
Well,
the
Charizard
badge.
coming back was awesome.
Fun the
I
badge.
guess, but it's just fan service for the sake of it. Hi,
Oh,
Erica.
hello there. I'm quite fond of plant-type Pokemon. How about you?
They're okay, I guess.
By the way, have you forgiven me for throwing you out of my gym just because you don't like perfume? If you desire the Rainbow Badge, you must prove your skill to me. Prepare to battle!
So yeah, now we're fighting Erica.
I love how I made Erica at the end sound like some posh British lady. Prepare to battle!
Well, it kind of does make sense considering how fucking snobbish she is.
I know, right?
Well, in the anime at least. In the games, I remember her being this.
In the game, she's just generic chick who, whatever.
Who likes
Well,
flowers.
she kind of improves in Generation 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
think
this game came out in 1999, so at the time, I think this came out before Gen 2, if I remember correctly. Let me check.
Gen 2 came out in '99 in Japan.
Well, true, but remember, this is a Western only game, so as far as this game is concerned, only the West matters. Let me just check. Pokemon Puzzle League.
And there.
All right, you'll be Koga.
Sure.
No, not my perfume didn't help me this time.
Oh well.
The Rainbow Badge.
I call Sabrina.
Now
Oh,
never come
no.
back here again.
Never mind.
I wanted to pick Sabrina.
Never mind. This came out in 2000. Go ahead too.
Greetings, young warrior. I'm Koga, the Pokemon Sensei who holds the Soul Badge.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you don't mind me too. A lot of people usually challenge Sabrina before they challenge Koga, but if you actually check,
I did the same thing. I
Yeah.
never knew what Koga was supposed to be.
yeah,
the
yeah.
fifth.
If when you play the original Red and Blue and check the badges screen, you'll actually notice that Koga is listed as the 5th gym leader and Sabrina is listed as the 6th.
My life is being a gigantic lie.
Wait, hold on. That was a thing. I just ended up doing them in the right order.
No, it's just because.
Yes,
Why?
yes, Jova, you're awesome, but I don't have that privilege. Sorry.
No. I'm just trying to remember why I ended up doing that as opposed to what a lot of people end up doing.
I did it because I just checked the badges menu, so I noticed. I just assumed from the beginning. I'm guessing this is the order that
Also,
the game
keep in mind,
recommends.
Jova,
It's weird though.
Also, keep
Didn't
in mind,
the
Jova,
story-
that Sabrina is a huge difficulty spell because psychic types in Gen 1 are completely broken
Yeah.
beyond belief, so...
You know, it's weird though. I thought that the story required you to do them in order, and
No, it doesn't.
you can- as soon as you get some drinks from Erica's Town and
Yeah.
access to Saffron City and liberates the seal of SPA, you then can go to the gym.
Yeah.
You've won the heart badge.
You can, from the moment you get. Oh, hold on. Go ahead, Jova.
I can sense great ambition in you. I know this because I train psychic Pokemon.
Yes, you have telepathy. You're so amazing.
I hold the Marsh Badge and predict that you will be defeated easily.
Oh my god, Lisa Ortiz is voicing someone who isn't crazy.
Let us test my prediction and see if I am right, shall we?
So yeah, basically, Jova, when we get to Saladin City, we can actually buy drinks, and that's the only way to get past the guards from the various posts. And by that, we can go straight to Saffron City, and we can also go. And we can also even avoid, so we can just do that before we even challenge Erica. So we can actually challenge Sabrina as our 4th gym leader if we want. The problem is that, like Teo said, she even has a high level Alakazam, so it's not at all recommended that you go straight for Sabrina. It's definitely recommended that. In fact, since Koga is the one that allows you to use Surf outside of battles, I would actually recommend doing even Blaine before we do Sabrina, because Sabrina's. Well, like Teo said, the psychic type was fucking broken.
I forgot. What does the Rainbow Badge privileges?
I forgot which move it was.
You must think you
Actually, that's me. You must think you are pretty hot to make it this far, get it? Because I have fire Pokemon. I can tell you what. If you can beat me,
Blaine, this redesign.
yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
messed up Blaine's look in the anime. Get a little hot under the collar, eh? I'm red hot and red. Yeah, this is
Which is weird because his
This is-
disguise
this is classical
The
for
weird thing is
kids. Yeah.
Hey Pedro, I figured out why Cinnabar Island got destroyed in that volcanic eruption. The gods got fed up of his puns and wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, actually, didn't it have to do more with Mewtwo getting?
No. The whole Blaine was part of the scientist who made Mewtwo was completely fucked over in the anime. Blaine has nothing to do with Mewtwo in the anime. Remember, the anime established him as a creation of Giovanni's team.
Remember,
The movie.
Jova, only I think only in the manga it's implied he was part of a Team Rocket science research department, but it's never been confirmed.
I was just talking about more so how it's established that that room that you go to in Cinnabar Island is established to have been destroyed because of Mewtwo.
The one on the mansion, yeah.
We'll see. All right,
But yeah, you know. Oh, never mind.
let me just quickly
Hey
check what.
Tracy, what are you doing here?
Hey Ash, you're really making quite a buzz. Some claim that you may even be eligible to challenge the Puzzle Master.
Wink, wink.
What?
Doesn't that sound exciting?
Why are you this?
Yeah, it sounds exciting. So why am I challenging you exactly?
Before you move on to the final puzzle badge, would you like to challenge me?
No,
For some reason.
actually, I won.
I think you'll find that I am also a puzzle expert. So what do you say?
Well, to be fair, it actually kind of is, because if you go to
Let's get going.
the mansion, to the Mimic Mansion, Tracy will teach you a lot of advanced techniques that Professor Oak doesn't even know about. Anyway, here you go, Teo. This is what the Rainbow Badge does. It allows you to use strength outside of battles.
I assume.
No, I'm actually thinking if strength was required to get somehow to Sabrina's bed, but I don't.
No.
Gym, but I don't think so.
No.
The things you need to do, in order to get to Sabrina, are get the drink to the guard, obviously liberating Sylph SPA,
and after that you can challenge them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, you can pretty much go straight to Sabrina, but again, that's not recommended at all. In fact, like I said, I would actually recommend doing even Blaine first. So yeah.
You know, funnily enough, in the anime, Blaine's disguise looks like a younger version of how he looks in the game.
Yay!
Congratulations, you've won.
That was a great match. You sure taught me a few things. I have to head back to the Mimic Mansion and brush up on my chains and combos. It looks like you're ready to go for the final badge. Good luck, Ash.
All right, my turn.
Alright.
And we're facing...
Team Rocket. Hold it right there! Do you actually think we would allow you to take on Giovanni? The puzzle come on. Press A, Pedro, thank you. The great puzzle master! That's right, ladies and gentlemen! Turns out Giovanni is the puzzle master!
What a twist!
We must first see if you are worthy.
Okay.
Alright, let's play Pikachu since they picked Golbat.
Hey, how come Golbat doesn't get a voice?
What do you mean?
Because, remember, Jova, the thing with the anime is that the Pokemon always say their name over and over, but Golbat just says or something, so...
Maybe because he always has his mouth open.
Probably.
What about Crobat? Did that change with Crobat?
I don't know.
Crobat
But it
and
stands out. It stands out as much as Pikachu getting his Ichiro Otani voice in the Pokemon games from Gen 6 onwards, yet none of the others do.
Well, remember, Pikachu is the mascot, so obviously he gets special treatment. Although I still think they should just do that with all Pokemon in the games, because honestly, the grunts in the original games was, of course, a technical limitation, but now there's no need for that anymore. So I don't really see why we can try to have that consistency anymore. Anyway, moving on. Alright, Tail, you're up.
Yeah.
Oh, no way! Giovanni won't stand for this! You're in big trouble now! Prepare for trouble!
Make it double and treat. I've been watching your progress in the Pokemon Puzzle League Championship.
So you're a stalker.
This music sounds so much like a
don't you
Spyro
know,
game.
Pedro? He's
I'll
truly
make
Ash's
this video.
father.
If you give up now and join Team Rocket, so tempting.
Together we can rule the world as
Then
father
I
and
will
son.
have to crush you.
Yes.
No. I see.
You're buying into that stupid fan fiction?
So be it. Allow me to show you the true meaning of Puzzle Master in your face.
Let's play a Squirtle, since he picked Nidoking.
And Nidoking.
And yes, Tail, that's Nidoking's cry.
I didn't hear a cry.
I heard it.
No, okay, his growl, or whatever you want to call it. Remember, Dwibs, the sounds Pokemon make, the official term for the sounds that Pokemon make in the games is cry, so... Come on, you're a Pokemon fan, you're supposed to know this shit.
Yeah, I know. But everyone calls it either cry or growl.
Oh, that
or
was
whatever.
easy.
Easy mode.
Yeah. Don't worry, in the coming parts I'll change to harder difficulties. There we go, we got the Earth Badge.
Which looks like a leaf, but whatever.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Try normal mode.
Try normal mode!
Yeah, the game is literally gave you the middle finger.
Play normal mode, you pleb!
It's like Hercules on PS1.
So yeah, as you can probably guess, there's actually more after Giovanni, because however we have to play in the harder modes to see that. So tune in next time. See you then.
Yep.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.